most starstruck I've been, I think, is when I met Stirling Moss, the racing driver from the 60s, because he was, before I met him, already a very big sort of hero of mine, a big idol, someone that I had read about and, watched a lot of videos and films about. And I always admired him a lot as a racing driver, and he's from such a different time. He was racing, as I said, in the 50s and 60s in Formula One, and life and the sport was just so different back then. And, he was a very pure racing driver, just all about racing, and very, very brave, unbelievably brave. Nowadays, Formula One drivers, we're just racing Formula One. We're not doing, any other things. We're not racing Le Mans or doing rallies around the world. We have this one discipline, Formula One, we stick to that. Back when he was racing, he told me he was doing more than 80 races a year, so that's more than one race a week. So so I could go on about him, but I met him. Yeah, it was a cool story. In 2015, so the year after my first season in Formula One, I asked a PR guy from McLaren who I knew Stirling Moss. I asked him whether he might think he could get me his autograph. And this guy who knew Stirling Moss, he was like, yeah, I think I can do better than that. And I think Stirling would love to meet you. And I just wanted his autograph. And he reached out to Stirling, and Stirling said he'd like to have lunch with me. So he invited me to his home in London. And I went there, met his wife, and heard him talk about all these years in Formula One. And that was a pretty big moment for me.